Hi, I'm Angela from Dance with Angela. So I'm going to share today on how dance allows us to embody emotion and move it through the body. So many times you might be in your everyday life not really allowing yourself to experience your emotions. They're still there, but you're just getting through your day to then maybe not even experience them when you get to the end of the day. Maybe it comes out in your dreams. Dance, on the other hand, allows you to really experience the emotion. Now, it can also take you to a different emotion. I've got a couple of my Bollywood favorite singers and videos which completely take me somewhere else when I watch them. And it's a lot of emotion, but it's not exactly what I'm experiencing. So that it transports me to a completely different emotion, usually laughter, but also just awe at how amazing and creative they are and humanity can be. So that can be a transition of the emotion. But when you're dancing yourself, you could be taking a dance form and really starting to connect to it. Even the different world dances, they're also really good, all different ones, at helping you experience more fully different emotions. So for me, the Mid-Eastern dance, the belly dance, was very good at exploring a sense of longing, but also a sense of sentimentality, of emotional overwhelm, and just wanting to gush with emotion. Those sorts of over exaggerated sort of sentimental emotions are really glorious in the Mid-Eastern belly dance. And other cultural dances are better for different emotions. So what I discovered through Mid-Eastern dance is that I could really start to allow my heart to feel like I really wanted to share something or play games with sharing something or hide something. There's a lot of opening and closing in the Mid-Eastern dances and how you do that. And it really started to let me feel certain emotions that I was experiencing in myself. So there was a synchronicity between some of the Mid-Eastern songs that I was using, maybe some particular tracks I resonated with, and they were allowing me to experience some emotions. So differently, when I do the movement meditation, that's a whole different approach to using dance, where it actually does allow you to just feel, using music that can still provoke or evoke certain emotions, what actually you are experiencing emotionally, and to actually allow yourself to embody that emotion and to give space to it, to experience it in your body, rather than what we do normally in our life, which is just sort of non-verbally avoid our emotions. The dance is another non-verbal way to actually experience the emotion in the body and to start embodying it. And for me, this is a really important principle if we're going to be good lovers and if we're going to be better in our love relationships. Because if you have that experience with movement and dance where you allow yourself to actually embody emotions, then you're going to be able to do that for others. And when you're with someone, whether it's a parent, child, spouse, friend, whoever, if you do it for yourself, in the moment with that person, you're more able to allow that practice of just feeling your emotion to then be experienced with that person. Now, you may have all sorts of habits with your emotions, so they may override that. But my practice of being a dancer and being with meditative movement and movement meditation has made me more sensitive to what I'm feeling emotionally, because I've been giving time to myself to allow myself to embody the emotion and to feel it more and more fully and let it expand. And not necessarily I understand what the emotion is, but it's giving that space to feel it. In a few upcoming videos, I'm going to look at what it is when you do look at what the emotion is. Dance isn't about that always. Sometimes it's more about allowing the feeling to expand. It's kind of like a sunrise. You're allowing the sun to grow until it can come up into the sky above the horizon. So emotions are often like that in the body, where they need to have a space to kind of experience the full extent of what their energy is, and not that they get out of control, but that they can then be understood more clearly by you. So you don't have to use your analytical mind to understand, but you actually get your intuitive heart to really connect to what that is. And the dance can actually very quickly tell you what the emotion is without you having to go through analyzing to understand what it is. You can drop in, we used to call it. So I'm just going to give you a very quick drop-in, check-in exercise to feel the emotion and allow it to be embodied. And the simple thing is, it's a technique where we use the third eye, and you're just going to close your eyes and imagine that you're connecting to the third eye. If that's difficult for you, that's perfectly fine. It might be the first time you've even heard about doing that, and that's fine. So there's no wrong or right about this. We're just going to do an experiment. So if you like to, you can close your eyes, and we're just going to imagine that we're connecting to the third eye, which is a point in the middle of the brain. You can access it from between the middle of the eyebrows. If you don't have a feeling for it, you can just pretend and use your imagination. And then as we're connecting to that third eye, you're just going to imagine or pretend or tell yourself with words internally, I'm just going to look at any emotion that I'm feeling now. So you're just going to ask yourself from that point of the third eye to look at any emotion that you're feeling now. You may not have anything that comes up, but you're just activating that third eye center in the crown, in the brain, asking it to look at any emotion that you may have now. And then with your breath, you're just going to take a big breath in. Just allow yourself to feel or connect to that emotion now. So with your breath, just do any breath to allow yourself to feel or connect with that emotion now in your body. And if there's anything that you need to do with that emotion, like using the breath to let it go, or tell yourself that you'll come back to that emotion later, then tell yourself now that you'll do that, or just take that breath now. And if your eyes are closed, you can gently open your eyes. So connecting to that third eye can be a really great practice to bring an awareness to the emotion, even when you're dancing and you might be feeling something and you're like, what's that? So that's one tip. There's many ways to connect to the emotion, and the dance has shown me many ways on how to drop in and feel that emotion. The third eye center is just one place that we can do that. And there's many other ways that I'll be sharing in upcoming videos. So thank you so much for joining and discovering how we can embody the emotion. We can move it as well through the body, through the breath, and through our awareness. And these videos are a series that are connected to the teaching of how love is a process in the book, The Body of Love. So I'll put more information about that in the description below. And thanks so much for joining.